Hey guys, today I'd like to talk to you about our D-shed packages and dogs that have undercoat or double-coated dogs and how to properly maintain their coat. What I am doing now is using the Velocity dryer to take a closer look at his skin and coat condition. This is my step one on any dog I think might have a compacted or matted coat. A lot of times it is hard to tell what a dog's coat condition is like just by looking at them or even feeling the top layer of their coat. It's also a perfect example of when someone might think their dog isn't matted because it doesn't look or feel matted, and a groomer might say otherwise when they get a closer look at what's going on closer to the pet's skin. I was really trying to get a good visual with this guy, so I hope you are able to see that as I'm pointing the nozzle close to his skin, you can see hair clusters starting to separate further from the skin. This is helpful to get shampoo access to the skin, and this is when you would typically see the fun husky blowout videos where the hair goes flying everywhere. But unfortunately for this guy, his hair that is trying to shed is getting stuck in his healthy hair and is unable to be blown out before the bath. He has a compacted coat. It's by no means the worst case I've seen, and hopefully with a lot of work we can get his coat completely brushed out. As you can see, I was able to get some loose hair out of him and a lot of dead skin. So the next step is to get every inch of his coat soaking wet so I can scrub him with a D-shed shampoo head to toe, all the way down to his skin in every area. Once I have him properly shampooed, I will go in with a D-shed conditioner. Once he has conditioner everywhere, I will add a little water to his coat and use a slicker brush to brush him out as much as possible in the bath. I am having better luck getting hair out this way than I was blowing out his coat before the bath. Now that we have him properly bathed, we're going to hose down the bathing tub and thoroughly rinse out his coat. After getting him fully rinsed, I will towel dry him and then blow him out for a bit in hopes to get more hair to fly out. This whole process alone took me about an hour and a half. His coat really isn't blowing out like I'd hoped it would. This means now I know brushing him out will be a long task. Remember, you should be able to get a comb to go through your dog's coat down to the skin, not just the top layer. He is being absolutely perfect for everything, but at this point he could use a break and I need to get caught up on my other dogs, so I will let him kennel dry while I get another dog or two's grooming completed. Again, kennel drying isn't scary, it's just a room temperature fan blowing on him while he takes a break. Once I'm able to get him back out on my table and get him completely dried, I get a little overwhelmed with how much brushing he still needs for me to know I sent out a good groom. When you feel overwhelmed, I think it helps to break things down in portions. I'll get his tail done first, then maybe his feet hair trimmed, then one back leg brushed out, then his belly brushed out, then one side, and etc. Since his coat is compacted, you will see that I am using a dematter to break apart his coat. It is important to know how to properly use a dematter. You do not want to stick the prongs in the coat and pull. This will hurt the dog like you're just pulling at its coat. Instead, you want to use quick saw-like motions so the blades of the dematter are actually breaking through the coat, not just pulling it. Line brushing is another technique when working with a lot of hair. Lifting up the coat and making sure each row of hair underneath is completely brushed out. Basically, for his coat, I am using the dematter to break apart the clusters of hair we saw with the dryer before the bath, then using a slicker brush to get the bulk of the hair out, then using an undercoat rake to help get more bulk out, then finishing with a comb to make sure we got him properly brushed out. I am also adjusting my table from time to time and changing my positioning, as this can be very tiring on shoulders, wrists, and back. We don't always know how long a groom is going to take us because every dog and coat type is different. But I promise if your dog is taking longer than usual, it's because I'm ensuring I am sending your dog and the other dogs in my care for the day home with the best quality and care I can provide.
Good job, buddy. Yeah, good boy.
And after quite a few hours of grooming, we finally have him done.
What are you doing?
And he was so perfect for everything.
Want to go home?
Moses takes a lot of work, but I love grooming him every time. He's such a good boy. Thanks, Moses.